Boys,
Is
I have
that
a
you,
question
Didi?
for you.
Yes.
Hey, I'm in the car.
I hear voices.
I have a question for you guys. Have you learned anything lately?
Whoa.
Yeah.
We don't have the time to get into some of those things that's relevant right now, but learned anything lately?
Yeah. What have you learned? It's the latest thing you're like, wow, I learned that.
This
is
is
thinking hard.
Yeah, this is terrible. Like, this is not entertaining from a podcast perspective because there are so many things running through my head. So I'm just like completely quiet, trying to figure out which thing I want to choose. Oh man, I don't know. Man.
Here's what I learned, guys. Manicures and pedicures are something that women have been hiding from us for a very long time, and they are amazing.
Wow.
Absolutely incredible. Okay. Especially pedicures, because my feet are disgusting. Like, and I didn't realize how gross my feet were until I got a pedicure. And then my feet felt like I was floating. And women have been not telling us how great these experiences are on purpose. It must be in some woman code that like they are just not going to tell you how great it feels to have someone else just like massage your hands and make your hands clean and not fucking just manly and gross. Make them feel great. Manicures and pedicures are amazing, guys. Incredible. I learned that recently.
I've never had one, but I feel like the pedicure specifically, like, I think I would end up, I'd just keep kicking the person in the face because like my feet would get ticklish and I wouldn't be able to actually enjoy it.
Dude, I thought that too, but no.
Interesting.
Next time I'm home, group pedicures for the crew. Pedicures only.
Brunch and then pedicures.
Yeah. Brunch and pedicures. Down.
Oh my God.
Down.
It's brunch and oh my God. We'll all wear flip-flops. Dude, it's done. That's what we're doing.
Okay. Well, on this note, I recently actually learned what conditioner is. Are you guys, do you have a full understanding of what conditioner is?
I don't.
I think I have a good idea. Yeah.
Like, I thought, dude, this is another thing because Didi's like, shit, women have been hiding from us. I mean, I've had a buzz cut since third grade. Okay. There's been no reason for me to even investigate what conditioner is. Mm-hmm. So I have never known until, we had daughters and my daughter's hair is like legit long. And now we put conditioner in it. And Katie was telling me to do it. And I just like, okay, Katie told me to do it. I'll do it. She knows way more about what's good for kids than I do. But then once I dug deeper, like, it's to make your hair feel luxurious and soft and wonderful. And like, I've lived an entire life thinking it was like just a different type of shampoo. Like, why do they sell conditioner? Like they sell like 3-in-1 conditioner, shampoo, and I don't know, some other shit I haven't learned about yet. Like, so they package it together. Some companies do. Other companies like sell it separately. I just thought it was another way to wash your hair. Turns out, no, there's a whole world of hair care products that I am completely unaware of. And I just learned that conditioner is cool.
Conditioner is cool. And 2-in-1 products are not. Okay. That's just trying to cheat the system. It just doesn't get the job done. It's just not the same. Separate but equal is the way shampoo and conditioner should be treated.
That's what that's about. Okay, I understand.
That's how that originated, actually.
See, I knew I would learn something else while doing this. So just learn that. Great.
Wow. For me, man, a lot is running through my head right now. And the one keeps coming back to my mind, and it's actually going to lead into my chess segment. So it's really just only going to be a tease. So please hold your follow-up questions. I learned I'll never have a vehicle without a sunroof ever again. I will get into those details momentarily, but that has been a very, very interesting lesson for me to learn over the last week, and it has impacted me greatly. And I think there will be a lesson in it for everybody in just a few moments. So stay tuned.
Wow, what a tease. A radio professional.
Wow.
Professional, dressed formal for the occasion today.
Unbelievable.
Right? I'm just stepping up the game. I missed 1 week, by the way. I'm alive.
Now you're spitting fire on the podcast because you missed 1 week. This is unbelievable.
I know. There were reports out there of my demise, but thankfully alive in honestly more than one way. You had some people scared on Twitter, Chris. You can't do that.
Yeah,
you can't do that. Some people weren't sure what was going on, but
but Dan, if you respect a good tease, then you had to respect that tweet. Because I think some people tuned in just to make sure that make sure that what's going on with Dan.
Right, it's true.
Wow, no better way to start the brunch breakdown than that. What's up? It's Didi out here in Los Angeles in my car. Chris and Dan are in Pittsburgh, and this is the Brunch Breakdown podcast. And today on the show, Rihanna is performing the Super Bowl halftime show, which I cannot wait to talk about with you guys. We're going to talk about what your favorite potato says about you. And we got Brunch Court, and of course we have so much more, especially whatever Dan is going to talk to us about. But before we get it started, Dan, let everybody know where they can find the Brunch Breakdown. And by the way, I'm pulling into my house, so I will see you guys in a second.
What a wonderful time and a wonderful segue there. That means I can really let this thing air out. I could give you the short answer, right?
Yeah, elaborate, Dan.
Chris, you gave him the short answer last week. It's time to play a little catch up. It's just the two of us. Where can you find the Brunch Breakdown podcast? Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, don't skip ahead. Important information is ahead. You can find it anywhere you listen to podcasts: Apple, Spotify, Google, SoundCloud, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Amazon, Audible, anywhere. You can find the Brunch Breakdown. Hit follow, hit subscribe, and those episodes will come directly to you as soon as they are uploaded in quite literally the middle of the night. Those episodes will be ready for you to download, take on the go, take in your car, take on your phone. Every Wednesday, hit follow, hit subscribe. Full video episodes. We're about to see Didi's beautiful face appear on the screen, hopefully momentarily. But of course, full video episodes on our YouTube channel and our Facebook page. Those premiere at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific every Wednesday as well. And of course, available on demand anytime you want to watch those on both those channels. We are everywhere on social media that is out there: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Triller, TikTok, and probably a myriad more. We are everywhere at Brunch Breakdown. You follow us. We follow you lovely people back. And of course, do not forget, we give you what we're listening to each and every week. And we put that together in a nice double stuffed version of a playlist, which we call The Sounds of Brunch. And that is exclusively available on Spotify. It gets updated just about every Friday. And you'll have the previous week's episode, Sounds of Brunch, and the week we're giving to you right here, right now, the new music we will get you by the end of this episode. All available, Sounds of Brunch, exclusively on Spotify. Here I go. I dragged it out. We still don't have Didi back. I don't know how he thought he was going to pull that maneuver off in such quick fashion, but here we are, Chris.
Yeah, well, this is nice. This is cozy. This is familiar. I feel good here.
Yeah, it feels nice. Feels good.
Do you have I know you just got home.
Quite literally.
This whole episode is came together quite quickly. Do you have a beer today?
I do have a beer today. Let's talk beer because
let's do beer and we'll give Didi a little more time.
Let's do that. It's been a wild week, and so I needed this desperately, even though I literally ran the door, came up here and threw on the headphones. I'm like, if any day to skip this is not the day to skip Brews Day. It's not the day to do it. And I reached back into the vault, my friend. I reached into the vault. Ooh. The good stuff. Okay. This is from the good people at Grist House out of Millvale, just outside of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And this is called the Paddler. And this is a dessert sour. Okay. Dessert sour Paddler. And this is a cherry cheesecake dessert tower or sour. It could be a tower with tart cherries, vanilla, graham crackers, and lactose. Ladies and gentlemen, I've had this beer before. That's why I said I had to go into the vault. This is quite literally one of the best beers I have ever had in my entire life. If you follow me on Untapped, you know that this has received the highest rating I have ever given a beer. That is a 4.75. It's that damn good. And for a wild week, a week of good, bad celebrations, this one is well-deserved. The Paddler from Grist House, I share with you boys here today. One of the best beers I've ever had.
Nice. It sounds like many delicious things that I enjoy.
Oh, it's so lovely.
We've talked about the impact of alcohol on your sleep. Well, I've heard that tart cherry can actually help with sleep. So,
boom. I love it then. Okay, win-win.
Yeah, might even out. This week, I've got something. I think this is right up Dee Dee's alley. So I'm back to Bell's because I had recently visited their brewery. And what I have today is part of their Flamingo Fruit Fight series. Fruit Fight series. It's a session ale with blood orange.
Ooh.
And I have already tasted this. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know, because I know Bell's, like some of their beers are distributed quite widely. So I don't know if this is available everywhere. If it is, and you like, if you're really a big seltzer fan, this beer borders on the territory of seltzers. It's so fruity.
Wow.
Yeah. It is like an unbelievable amount of the blood orangey goodness that I know Dee Dee loves. So Dee Dee, if you could find this, I think you would really enjoy it. Again, I'll say these words because it's a lot of F's here. Flamingo Fruit Flight. No, I said it wrong. Flamingo Fruit Fight series, the session ale with blood orange. Cheers.
Dude, that sounds amazing. I just, I don't know how I'm going to say that at my local brewery. Or at my local liquor store or whatever.
Get the triple F. Get the triple F here.
Can I get the and they'll be like, Bell's. Yeah. I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I hope. All right. Something I'm not drinking right now, but I did drink this weekend. Golden Road Brewing has a Golden State Cerveza. So it's a Mexican lager, and it is very good. I like it a lot. And I'm starting to get picky with my Mexican lagers now because I've been trying different ones. And a lot of people, just all of a sudden, it's like, you know what? I don't need to get Pacifico all the time, even though Pacifico is the GOAT. I don't need to get them all the time. And this one is like, got something different going on. And I like it a lot. And I'm sure you probably can't get it anywhere but in this state, most likely, or any surrounding states. But the Golden State Cerveza, I have a feeling that this might be something that Golden Road, maybe next year, maybe in a couple years or something, ends up going wide, because you can get Golden Road stuff like all over the country, just depending on what it is. But I have access to like everything they do, but the Cerveza is super good. So shouts to Golden Road.
Nice.
Sounds great.
Well, boys, cheers.
Cheers.
Love it.
Fight.
Ooh. Flamingo.
All right. Well, let's get random topics off our chests, because I assume you didn't have time to do that while I was gone.
We did not.
We were giving you time.
Nice. Beautiful. See, I was gonna say that, but then I was like, they can handle it. They're good. They're professionals. They're professionals. Love it. All right. Well, let's get it off our chest. Dan, go for it. You weren't here last week. Go.
I wasn't. A lot to catch up on. Formal attire here today. This isn't really get it off my chest necessarily. I'm going to take a little bit of different spin on this week, and just talk about some, good things and to be grateful for. I'm not going to try to bring the energy down, but to just give you some perspective, my wife and I were involved in a rather serious car accident on last week. Car ended up flipping on its side, and we miraculously were able to walk away unharmed, partially due to the sunroof in our vehicle allowed us to get out of that vehicle very easily without having to cut that sumbitch open. Again, we won't go into details of that, but that just is a prelude as to what I want to talk about here, as to just a general sense of appreciation for things. And you have those moments in your life, right, whether people, pass and whatever, and people that aren't in your life anymore. You go through these weird life experiences, and it's just like wild stuff like that you never see coming. makes you appreciate things just a little bit extra. And sometimes we need a reminder, and you hate for it to happen that way, but could not literally be any more fortunate that neither of us got hurt in the scariest moment and day of our lives. But because of that gratitude, I was so happy that we could go and celebrate a little bit of love this weekend. Our good friend, dear friend of the program, an extremely loyal listener who maybe he's taking a week off of listening. Our good buddy, Ryan Johnson, got married this weekend. Was so glad we could still make the trip up and witness their love. It was an incredible day. But it just, again, an event like that, all these things coming together made me, just a little extra grateful. We had a lot of support and help, and shouts to the Mount Lebanon Police and Fire Department and undercover cops that were actually there on the scene before anybody else. But again, just an opportunity to be grateful for being healthy, being alive, being well each and every day. You boys and everything we get to celebrate in between. And again, I will never not buy a vehicle without a sunroof ever again. And that is my lesson for everybody here today. And that is what I learned this week, that allowed us to get out of that vehicle easily while it was on its side. So it's not just for decoration and being able to stay with the stars and the moon, people. It might come in handy one day. What you guys
I wasn't ready for that. Jesus Christ. I was not ready for that. Now I have a million questions. So
I know. I'm sorry I didn't, bring you up to
Christ.
speed ahead of time. It's been a busy couple of days.
Good Lord.
So.
All right. Well, I am completely not in the right mind to continue on if anything. So, Chris, go.
Chris,
Get it
over
off
to
your
you.
chest.
I can go.
Jesus.
I just so happened to see Dan over the weekend, so that wasn't new to me, and I will let Dee Dee process it. I very much enjoyed having beers with you, Dan, on Saturday night. That was
a delightful weekend. It was.
And you know what? Shout out to Ryan again, because he's the only person that sends me beer, and I appreciate him on top of everything else. Like, congrats on getting married, but thanks for the beer, Ryan. And maybe I'll send some your way. Guys, I'm just like sick of talking and hearing about COVID. Like,
okay.
I just want
That's it. 2.5 years. And I said, that's enough.
yeah.
That's my limit.
I'm at the end of my rope here, boys. Like, I just saw somebody today post on a social media about like, hey, I'm like whatever boosted, and like, cool, good for you. Take care of yourself, protect yourself. But like, I have gone on record enough times saying like, I don't give a shit that you got a I voted sticker. I don't care. Like, when the elections come up, like, that annoys me. And I'm at the point now, 2.5 years into this, where like, I'm sick of hearing about strangers' health histories. I just don't want to know it anymore. Okay. I want everybody to be safe. I want you to do the things that are best for you and your families, but stop telling me about it. I'm like, it's football season. I don't want to talk about this stuff anymore. I'm over it. I'm done. And in reality, like, it's not going away, right? We're going to live with this shit forever. So we might as well just like try to make Chris happy and stop tweeting about it.
Yeah. And if people seem to be like sharing when they get it, like it's unheard of.
Yeah. And you know what, Dan,
like some people can get 2 and 3 times. It's like, we understand. It's good luck to you. But
right,
we'll see in a couple days.
and you led me, I think that you saying that leads me down probably the path of the point that I was trying to make, is that like the I voted thing is like, well, I voted. Did you? If not, I'm going to judge you, all this shit. And then like, now I think it's like, well, I got my booster. Have you gotten your booster? When are you scheduled to get your booster? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't care. Why do you care about my, like, everybody just like, go stop. Just, it's too much. It's just too much. I'm sick of it.
I love it. Yeah, COVID. I'm sick of it too. So I hear you. But I'm kind of slightly happy people are still sharing it. I might feel your way in like another couple months, but I kind of like it. Just letting people know, still wash your hands.
Yeah.
That's what COVID means.
There's
to me.
there's still some nasty people out there that
Yeah.
no matter what's going, I witnessed them in the restrooms at work. I know who you are, oatmeal sweater boy. I know who you are. I know you don't wash your hands.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shots fired.
1 week off and I'm back, baby. Let's go.
So this weekend, shouts to Ryan. He has everything to do with. I want to get this off my chest. It's so funny whenever like somebody you know, but I'm not best friends with Ryan. I don't know Ryan that much. I've hung out with Ryan like 5 times in my entire life. Good hang, good person, all that. But the thing is, I know all of you guys, right? So all of the kids that you, CJ, like everyone, right? Slaw, like everybody, right? So I felt like I was at this wedding on Sunday. And it got me thinking, having a wedding in the middle of the day is kind of genius. It really is kind of genius. But here's the difference. You don't have it in Cleveland. You have it somewhere tropical, right?
Yeah.
Like destination wedding, and the wedding is in the middle of the day. And I thought about this because, not to rip Ryan for having his wedding in Cleveland. You're from there. Shouts to you. Like, congrats. All
No,
that.
I think we
stuff.
should rip him. I
mean, that's fine. But I thought about this because as somebody who had a destination wedding, I hated waiting until regular married time to get married. Like, we got married at 5:00. I waited all day and it was the longest shit in the goddamn. I hated it so much. I was like hitting up Siobhan and I'm like, can we just do this at like 9? All the chairs, I'm looking at them right now, like outside of my hotel room, like everything's set up. Can we just go do this right now? And I'm telling you, dude, like, it's genius to get married in the middle of the day. You just got to do it somewhere that is a destination for everyone. And then you just like get married and then you just, I don't know, party the rest of the day. Or you just like meet up later and keep partying, whatever. I think getting married in the middle of the day is like genius. So like shouts to him for doing it. Just, your next wedding, just do it somewhere else.
And
that wedding was on the water, Dee Dee. You weren't there.
It's true.
It was.
Wasn't it like 50 degrees there?
It was right next to a pond.
Dee Dee, you say it was like you were there. We actually received a text. I think it was Saturday afternoon from one of our close friends asking if one of us could bring you as our +1.
Yeah.
Now, neither of our wives would have been super thrilled with that. So maybe somebody else needed an extra +1 somewhere, and you would have fit right along. But I mean, it is kind of genius because it was a brunch style wedding because it was early, and typically with a rental for a wedding, a venue, whatever, you'll still get it for the same amount of time. You're not going to rent it for 10, 12 hours, right? Because the price is going to go up. So you just same amount of time, but it ends earlier. And then you can, instead of partying until 2 a.m., you're doing it from like 5 to 10 or whatever, or to 11. And it just becomes an all day thing. And I thought about that too, and how kind of genius that is. However, being the bride or groom or in the bridal party for that seemed like it was a little extra challenging, having to wake up with the butt crack of dawn. Meanwhile, the night before, you're still doing stuff, hanging with people, seeing people coming into town. So like for us as guests, love it. But for them, they had to kind of be a little weary of when they went to sleep the night before, just because there is still the extra stuff you got to do. You still got to leave a little extra time for photos. But aside from that, if you can find that middle ground, you can really extend that thing out and make a nice party out of it.
What time did they start doing hair?
Oh, brother, it was early. I can't remember.
3 a.m.
I know there were some wake up calls between 5 and 5:30. I do know that.
Sheesh.
That makes for a lengthy day. Yeah, but it was amazing wedding.
Everything looked great, and I was like, just thinking about that, like, man, I would have loved to get married in the middle of the day.
Well, and also in the theme of this podcast, they had brunch food.
We basically sponsored the event.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's true. But I wasn't going to say that, but Dan brought it up. Yeah, we sponsored this wedding.
Well, why didn't you just smack a logo on the back of the bride or something?
I mean, why do you think there was Nashville hot chicken and waffles there? Come on.
Oh, that's what?
Well, that's what happens when you get sponsored by the Brunch Breakdown, you know?
Class.
I love it. Oh, that's awesome. Well, that was get it off your chest. Now, guys, let's get into the main menu here. First, Rihanna. She is performing at the Super Bowl halftime show. We haven't really seen Rihanna do anything musically in like, I don't know, 6 years,
yeah.
Which is, I mean, but it's not that we haven't seen her or heard her. She's popped up here and there. She's just like a billionaire now from fashion. But anyhow, she's performing the Super Bowl halftime show. What do you guys think about it? You know I'm thrilled, so. And anyone listening knows I'm thrilled.
Right. Yeah, what a wild week for Super Bowl halftime news. It was first that Apple Music was taking over sponsorship away from Pepsi, who's had it for 10 years. And then a very quick rumor that Taylor Swift had the gig, and she hadn't been able to do it previously because she has a deal with Coke, and it was going to go to her. And then that very quickly turned into no, Rihanna's doing it because Taylor doesn't want to do it until she's done re-recording all of her albums, because then to go out there and perform those songs would potentially cause some issues, and she wants to get all that done and out of the way first. So what do? They find literally the like gold of gold. Like somehow you convince Rihanna to basically come out of retirement and perform the biggest show of her career in front of the largest audience. And like, I thought it was fake. I seriously thought it was fake. I'm like, no way. I'm like trying to comprehend the idea that we're never going to hear new Rihanna music ever again. And it's so crushing to my soul that I have to think that way, but I'm putting myself in that mindset. And then I get so pleasantly surprised. This is the real deal. Ladies and gentlemen, we have had some amazing halftime shows, in particular in the last 5-6 years. I think we're about to have the greatest one of all time. I really think it's going to happen in February in Arizona. Who she's going to bring out with her, the song she's going to perform. Everybody is going to remember, and if you've forgotten, shame on you, how incredible Rihanna is and how many hits she freaking has. I can't wait, man. I cannot wait. I hope this is a little bit of rebirth and this gets her going again and saying like, yeah, I got a good gig with all this other businesses and stuff like that. But I mean, I can do a couple of shows. I can put out another album, right? So I'm optimistic again, and I love it.
I didn't, I heard about Rihanna. I didn't know any of this information that like she actually said she was retired from music. So everything you guys have just said is news to Chris Gates over here. So that's cool. But if I like, when you're that famous, you're never going to like fully retire. She was always going to come back at some point. Right. And like, kudos to her. Like, you could come back and like, I don't know, play Coachella, or you could come back and like play literally the biggest performance on TV ever. Yeah. And she managed to do the biggest one. So good job. That's awesome. But yeah, I'm excited. I feel like this is 2 years in a row now where we're getting a lot of flashbacks to how old we truly are, because the artists of our heyday are all filling up the Super Bowl halftime show, just like the Rolling Stones used to do when we were kids. But I'll enjoy all the music. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I mean, I am insanely excited. I can't wait to see what happens in the coming months. I don't know if this is going to start the album rollout or start a tour rollout or whatever it is. Because most people, they don't just perform the Super Bowl halftime show. It's literally the biggest. There's no bigger promotion for you. That's why like artists pay, like the Super Bowl picks you, and then like I think they pay for something, but then the artist pays for most of it. It's like they pay for some of the production, but then it's like, because it's 111 million people and, millions more when you count YouTube and all of that stuff. So it's an insane platform, right? I'm really excited for it. But then I was like, oh man, it hasn't been that long with Rihanna. Ponder Replay came out in 2005. Whew. 2005. Like, and we've talked about Rihanna and like how she hasn't put out an album since 2016. And like, we're like, that's still the 11-year run that Rihanna had. I don't know any time in that time period where Rihanna didn't have like a bunch of songs that we were listening to.
That's kind of crazy to me. Like, it felt longer than a decade. Like it felt like she was on top forever, but that only 11 years. That's nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because it was just like nonstop, right? It never came in waves. It was just like constant. But yeah, she hasn't performed. Like you said, Dee, no new music since 2016. She last performed in 2018, and that was on the Grammys as a feature. I forget who was with, like Calvin Harris or something like that. So it was just like she was there, but it wasn't necessarily her performance. So this is, and the fact that Apple Music is the sponsor now makes me think just even a little deeper, like maybe there is something brewing here. I'm hoping, right? Because if it was still Pepsi, it'd be like, okay, whatever. But maybe, just maybe, there's another, a partnership that they have where new music is, the Super Bowl halftime show, like you said, Dee, is just like the kickoff to something big for her next year. And what a better way to do it.
Yeah. It's cool that now the possibilities are endless for the Super Bowl halftime show, because of course, because the reason why the rumors jumped to Taylor really quick, she's the album coming out, but her and Rihanna are the two names that everyone would say when it was like, all right, they would like say, who's going to be the Super Bowl halftime performer? And then people would be like, well, it can't be Taylor Swift or Rihanna because they have contracts with Coca-Cola. So it's never going to be them. So it's cool that it could be them in the future. So it could be anyone now. Like
it
literally
really does.
Anyone.
It changes the game. We've heard Adele's name for like the last 5 years too. So that one I think would be okay without. I mean, I love Adele, but like that's just not the vibe that we're looking for at the Super Bowl.
Get everybody depressed at halftime. What the hell? What are we doing?
I feel like Joe Buck would be the only person in the stadium super amped for that. Only person. He would be like so amped for Adele.
And we take
Nobody
it now
else.
down to midfield at halftime. Can we say hello to Adele? Oh, Joe. Come on.
God.
Yeah, wait. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, but I'm excited.
Need a good game. Give us a good game too.
Whatever.
I need better staging than last year. Remember, we talked about that. That was a little goofy. But you're right. Rumors are going to score all the collaborations. Who she's going to bring out. Almost ready for football season to be over, just for something to happen.
Easy, Dan. Easy.
I'm with you.
Slow down.
Shots fired at Chris Gates. Easy, buddy. Okay.
Yeah. It's the thing, dude. The thing about the Super Bowl is I really don't care who's in the game. It's cool if the game is like two teams that you actually want in there, but like most of the time, it's not. No. It's usually like at least one of the teams. One of the teams you're like, all right, they've been great all season. They've got the superstar. And then there's the Bengals. Every year, it's always kind of like that. You think you're getting Chiefs, but then you don't. Like this year, everyone's thinking we're going to get the Bills and Josh Allen's going to be running all over people. They're not. Like, it'd be cool to say they're going to. They're not. They're going to lose at some point.
Right. Never happens the way you want it to.
No, it's not.
But we got the Super Bowl halftime show the way we wanted to. So, check.
That's why the Super Bowl is what the Super Bowl is. Then the food will be good and everything else. So there you go. All right. Let's get into this fun thing that I saw that my friends at Eat a Chain posted on Instagram. What your potato says about you. Can we pull this up?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Let's talk potatoes, boys.
Let's talk
dive
potatoes.
into some spuds here, boys. Okay.
That's right. There's a bunch of different potato types: fries, onion rings, waffle fries, tater tots, baked potatoes, loaded, crinkle fries. There's, oh my God, hash browns. There's a bunch of different kind of things.
Wedges,
what it says
potato
about,
chips.
Yeah, a lot of things. And what they say about you. When you guys saw this, because I thought this was hysterical. Because it says great things like the little McDonald's fries. You're a true classic. If this is your favorite, you're a true classic. You stick to your routine because your routine is good. People respect you and want to be like you.
Is that either of you? Was that either of your choice? As we go through these, did either of you choose the regular shoelace McDonald's fries?
No, but when I read it, then I wanted it to be because
oh boy,
because I am a big fan of routines and I think my routine is pretty darn good. So I started to have an identity crisis.
Okay. All right. But yeah, not me, not for this one.
No, not me. What's our next spud?
If you like curly fries, you're freaky. You're nasty. You're a little bit wild. A lot of bit naughty.
Yeah. That's my wife. That's what she picked. And we just so happened to play this game while her parents were at our house. And that was a very awkward moment to have my wife read that out loud to her mom and dad. But my wife picked curly fries because she's freaky and she's nasty.
Hey, we just got to cut that off. And
There's a clip.
We're definitely clipping that off for sure. Yeah, we're absolutely clipping that off. So get ready for that. Katie is freaky and nasty.
Freaky and nasty. Well, apparently so am I, because I went with curly fries because it just makes me think of Arby's. And I really took a long time to look at this graphic before I swiped anywhere. You know, I didn't spoil anything, and there's nothing like them. So consider me a nasty freak.
Go to the next one.
Freak. AK.
Song's great. God, I love that song. Waffle Fries. You're hungover on a Sunday and the restaurant that serves these is closed. It is not me. I am not Waffle Fry. But wait, Chris, have you picked yet?
I have not. Did not pick Waffle Fries.
You're both still out there. Well, I will say Waffle Fry, I think, was my runner-up. So
okay.
Certainly been down that road. That's all I'll say.
Tater tots. You are eating in a high school cafeteria. Unfortunately, this is my pick, guys.
Oh.
I hate myself for it. I was like, oh, why is I gonna hate on tater tots? Yes. But this is all me.
It's me, guys. It's me too. This is the one I picked.
Yes.
Let's go.
It's all me. It's like, and honestly, what do you think about when you eat tater tots? I think about being a kid. What do I make for my kids that they love? Tater tots. It's the perfect description, because honestly, that's what it is.
Yeah, we have a lot of tater tots in this household, so I'm a big fan. I'm very appreciative of what they bring to my life now these days with a 2-year-old.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, the description. So that's when I read my description, and it was, you're eating in a high school cafeteria. And then I went and I looked at the other ones. I was like, I want any other choice but the one that I chose.
Yeah, seriously. Any other one. Yeah. God.
Like baked potato. You're Irish.
Irish.
I am Irish, and I would totally go for this. I think that's like the description. I'm not a huge fan of baked potatoes, but it would fit better.
I'm not, unless they look like this one. Load me up.
Yeah.
Or, make a potato skin out of this. Let's go to Fridays, baby. We're American there. Everybody loves some TGI Fridays potato skins, but okay, Irish it is.
I love a good baked potato too, but that was not me. Crinkle cut fries. It was Dad's turn to make dinner. This is number 2 for me, just because I picked tater tots off top and then saw the description. This one is because literally we always have crinkle cut fries in the freezer for the nights where me and Siobhan look at each other and it's like 4:15 and we're like, oh crap, we gotta get the kids from school. They gotta eat as soon as they get home. Shit. Put the fries in the oven. I'll be back in 20 minutes. It's oh man, that description is like money, because yeah.
That one's fun. Fries. Yeah, I was gonna say relatable for the two of you at least.
Hash brown, you're hungover, aren't you? Yeah.
Hard to argue this one, right?
Yeah,
as it's evolved over time. This is and Chris, I know you know this very well, that throwing one of these bad boys in the middle of a egg and sausage sandwich between a bagel is a game changer, ladies and gentlemen. But I mean, where this particular hash brown, this is, and if you can't see the visual, it's the basically rectangular, the rounded corners hash brown, not the home style hash browns. It's the plate. It's the plank of a hash brown. Like where are you getting this? This isn't McDonald's.
The frozen food aisle.
Right. So yeah, if you're hungover, you're going to McDonald's. And if you're hungover and McDonald's is closed, which it never is, and you don't want to leave, then you're getting those like packs of 25 in the frozen food aisle. That's you.
All right. And then the last two, potato wedges. You think that you are much fancier than you are, which that's funny.
It's funny. And I love potato wedges. Oh, they're good. So
the guy wearing a button-down shirt loves
right.
potato wedges.
Too fitting for right now. Love potato wedges.
Incidents.
And then the last one, potato chips. You are a little lazy, and that's okay.
I think this should be you're completely lazy and find better taste in potatoes, because this is insane that this is even on here.
I'm with you on that too. Oh God. Well, that was fun. Make sure you check that out at Eat It Chain. I know we'll post this too, so it's really, really funny stuff. Also, Eat It Chain, very interesting thing. Eat It Chain is a pop-up restaurant in LA, and they make classic restaurant and like fast food staples, but like high quality. And it's the coolest thing in the world.
Oh, really?
Like they make the McRib. They made the McRib at this one point with like actual ribs. And they made a crunch wrap with like Wagyu beef. And it was the best thing I've ever had in my life. Yeah, it's a really cool concept, and they're a good follow. So Eat It Chain. Nice. Check those guys out. Chris, cool. We know you got to run. Give us your music. Go.
I do have to run. I have my music up here. A lot of good stuff from this past week. Forever Came Calling, a band that I have not heard from in ages, remastered one of their songs from 10 years ago called Front Porch Sunrise. I'm gonna throw that on the playlist. Mike Posner put out a song called I'm Not Dead Yet, and it is legitimately one of the catchiest songs I've heard this year. I think you guys are gonna like it. And then the Wonder Years put out a brand new album called The Hum Goes On Forever. It's all really, really good, and I have not decided what song I want to put on the playlist yet. I might just go with the first one on the album, because then you can click over and listen to the full album, because you should give yourself that opportunity to listen to the full album. But those are my picks for this week.
Nice. Well, Chris, we will talk to you next week, sir.
Thanks, boys. Have fun.
Tell the kids I said hi. We're still here.
We're still here.
That's right.
Here for the home stretch. Here for the home stretch.
And it's go ahead.
Yeah, an important brunch court.
Oh, an important brunch court. Wow, you're full of surprises today, Dan. So let's get into Brunch Court. Let's go.
All right, let's do it. First one up. We've had a lot of beverage products on Brunch Court before, right? Some wacky things that some of these companies do. Ladies and gentlemen, Pepsi is at it again. I know, Daniel, you haven't even seen this yet. This is the Pepsi S'mores collection. Okay, 3 varieties. One is toasty marshmallow, one is chocolate, and one is graham cracker. I'm gonna give you a little bit of information on this. They're giving away 2,000 of these kits through a online competition. And the collection, the package it comes with a recipe booklet that you can create different recipes with all 3 of these, using all 3 of these. Just to give you an example, obviously there's one called the classic where you pour a third of each in there. There's one that's for the graham, and it's half of the graham cracker, a quarter of the chocolate, a quarter of the toasty marshmallow, and an extra splash of graham cracker. That's not really genius at all. It's just extra graham cracker. Really well done. The chocolate connoisseur, marshmallow is for lovers, so that's a little heavier on marshmallow. Before we get into the good idea, bad idea, this kind of explains why not that many brunch courts ago, we discussed the Marshmello the DJ collaboration edition that came out. I honestly forget if it was Coke or Pepsi.
It was Coke.
It was Coke. Okay. So maybe they had some intel that Pepsi had a marshmallow version coming out in the near future, and they thought theirs was worse, or they didn't want to mix it up. They didn't want to be confused. I don't know. Maybe they should have done it and tried to prove it was better. But we are finally getting a marshmallow flavored cola product, which I think we all at the time thought was like maybe a good sounding idea. We have a chocolate one, a graham cracker one. Didi, what do you think? Does this idea work?
This works for me. I'll allow
Okay.
it. Because here's the thing. It's not like I am going to be, chugging chocolate Pepsi. But the thing is, chocolate soda exists. This is an easy make here. It's just like what we talked about, a few months ago with the marshmallow stuff. It's like marshmallow cola sounds good. And that sounds good to me. So I'm all down for this. But yeah, I feel like most of these things have been sodas or are sodas now. I think the graham cracker one might be the only one that's a little I don't know if we need that. But when you lead with chocolate, you lead with marshmallow. I'm here for those two. The graham cracker, that would be the last one I tried. But I think these other ones, this sounds like a great idea. Shouts to Pepsi. Perfect for fall. I enjoy it.
What about mixing these together? Do you think would you try it? Do you think it would work?
Yes.
I'm fascinated by it. I am. I can tell you, I'm fascinated by it. You're right. Chocolate's not, completely out of this world. Marshmallow makes a lot of sense. Graham cracker, probably a little bit unique. I'm digging this idea. I'm a little surprised they're not selling these. Maybe they're kind of waiting to see how they do. And maybe we see these next summer, something like that, in time for summer. But
yeah, I guess summer would be the time you would put these out, right?
Yeah.
You wouldn't put these out in the fall. Summer would be the time.
Right.
Throw these out. So I think that's kind of cool. Make the buzz right now and then throw these out when people start having bonfires and cookouts and stuff I think that's genius. And I mean, any way to make America even more fat than we already are, let's not just make s'mores. Let's put s'mores in a can and mix 3 sodas. Get your graveyard on because everybody loves to do that. I know I do. That's the reason why another reason why I'm super into this because I'm I need to get all 3 so I can get my graveyard on. So
yes, for sure. I love it. All right. I think we're both kind of on board with that then. Next item up for bid and Didi, this one is in particular for you. We've talked about what Kellogg's and Little Debbie have done in terms of ice creams and different things like that. And I can't remember your favorite of those, but I know this is a popular one. And we are now being introduced to Nutty Buddy cereal, chocolate and peanut butter flavored cereal. It has hit shelves at Walmart and then additional retailers in December. My question to you is, are we buying this just because of the name?
Yes.
Because for those of you that can't see it, honestly, the cereal looks like dog treats. It's just like a chocolate rectangle with 4 holes in it at the top. And so it looks nothing like how the actual Nutty Buddies do, like the wafer or the pattern of the wafer. It looks like dog treats and it's just chocolate and peanut butter flavored. Aren't Reese's Puffs already king of that castle? Is there anything different here?
Okay. Now I can't unsee this looking like dog treats. Now that cereal looks like dog bones. This is bad.
Right?
Little Debbie. This is like Steph Curry, hitting 3 threes in a row and then pulling up from half court and missing. That's what this is. I love Little Debbie. But this is, this looks like, it looks like dog bones now. Dan, you screwed this up for me.
I ruined this for you.
I didn't have anything bad to say about this until you said that. Now it's a wrap. No, sorry. We're done. Done. Sorry.
That's simple. I hate to ruin it that quickly before you, but if the flavor is not going to be super unique, which it's really not, then it has to look like the product. It looks nothing like the product here. And that's otherwise I'm not bringing this up on Brunch Court, but this just drew me as something's off here. Something's off. So
yeah. Also, it doesn't look like an enjoyable cereal experience, especially now they look like dog bones. This is bad. Oh no, done.
Give
it to your dog.
Big too. They're big.
Yeah.
They look kind of big.
Like dog bones.
So yeah, give it to your dog. Although don't give your dog chocolate. But anyways. All right. Last item up for bid in Brunch Court. I chose this one because I feel like it's a little polar. It's a polarizing topic. if you will. So these are new White Castle cheeseburger and also available in hamburger bites. They're at Kroger-owned retailers right now. And so basically it is pizza roll, a pizza pocket or a pizza roll, if you will, but filled with White Castle beef and cheese and onions, or just beef and onions if you want the traditional hamburger pack. Didi, your thoughts on White Castle and basically the pizza roll equivalent of a White Castle burger?
Have you ever had White Castle?
I have.
I think White Castle's disgusting.
Okay, see, this is why I wanted to bring this up.
And I have no beef with fast food at all. Like, not one bit. I'm not somebody who's like, oh, I don't eat fast food, like whatever. No, I'm not particular with fast food. White Castle is just something people talk about all the time. So when I had a chance to have White Castle, I did. The buns are super salty, which is like their staple. It's weird. I'm like, are these going to be super salty like the burgers? I'm not in. But like everything else about this idea, it sounds fine. Like it's, whatever, cheeseburger bites, people like bites, but like if it tastes like White Castle, I don't want it. Like, but cheeseburger bites, I'm cool with that. I just don't want to taste like White Castle.
Yeah. And if Chris were here, I'll go ahead and answer the question that he would be asking. That's not my arm in the photo, ladies and gentlemen, just to prove it. Again, this is not available in grocery stores in Pennsylvania. At least not yet. But yeah, White Castle polarizing, because I'm the same way. I find it disgusting. I want to like it. I want to like the idea of this. I love sliders, and I want to go there and get like 20 of them and just share it and just eat one of those party packs or whatever. But like, I don't know if it's the onions to me, maybe. They use a lot of onions. Yeah. And like getting them without it kind of, I guess, defeats the purpose. And they probably like look at you funny and spit on it, whatever. I want to like White Castle, but I don't know. I'd be willing to give these a little bit more of a try. Like you said, buns can be salty, and maybe this is a little bit different texture with it that it'll work. Everybody likes a pizza pocket or a pizza roll, if you will. So cheeseburger fashion makes a lot of sense. It would work. Perfect for watching the Super Bowl. Rihanna halftime, White Castle, Castle bites. But no, so we're both a little on that peak, but it's because it's White Castle.
Yeah. White Castle. Onions, salt, a lot of, I don't know. I'd have to be somewhere I wouldn't buy these, but if someone had them, I'd try one.
Yeah. Now get me like In-N-Out animal style.
Oh,
like,
come on.
Bites.
Come on.
Just putting it out there. Just putting it out there in the universe.
Couple weeks, Dan. Couple weeks.
That's right.
Couple weeks. Couple weeks, man.
Ooh, can't wait.
That's right. Can't wait. All right. Let's get into what we're listening to, Daniel.
Let's do it. Yeah, absolutely.
What are you listening to? It's been a couple of weeks, man. What you got?
It has been a couple of weeks, and I got to go back a couple of weeks because I don't think either of you put any of this on the playlist. And honestly, shame on you, mostly more than anybody. But Blackpink, are you freaking kidding me?
Oh,
that album, it wasn't long, but it was full of bangers. I'm gonna put Hard to Love on there. This is a song that really drew me in early. I know there's been some, obviously there's other ones that are already hitting the radio. Pink Venom's been out there for a while. But Hard to Love, man, the album is it's fantastic. I mean, what else could you expect from that group of women? Fantastic, even though they're starting to do a little bit of individual things, but Hard to Love, Blackpink. What's not to love about it? It's not hard to love this song at all.
I am with you. The reason why it was not, because I hadn't listened to it before because I know it came out the week before, but I hadn't listened to it yet. And it's really good. Yeah. That album's really good. I might put something on there as well. If anybody hasn't heard Pink Venom's fire too.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. I just have to play that song over and over again. All right. Quinn 92 featuring Big Sean. Common. I did not expect this one. I did not see this coming. I'm happy about it. I listened to this about 100 times on Saturday because I was driving to San Diego, and this song's just really freaking good. And And I am very excited about this era of music that Quinn 92 is putting out right now. These 2 singles that they've put out are really, really good. I like the sound. I like where they're going. Excited to see where the album goes, because these 2 first ones, Backpack, Common, pretty damn fire.
Yeah. Yeah, that is. It's a great song. Yeah, I was like, whoa, there's a collaboration I didn't see coming, and I'm glad we have it. Ironically, segueing right into my next song, a collaboration we didn't see coming, but now we know we needed all along. Sam Smith and Kim Petras. Are you serious?
Shit. Dude.
Unholy. And so I'll be honest, when I saw it, I got very concerned. And I'm like, it's a Sam Smith song. It's featuring Kim Petras. But I'm concerned that this is going to take him in a just direction he doesn't need to go for some particular reason. Or like they're going to try to mix and mash their styles, and it's just going to collide in our faces. But this song is fantastic. It's a fantastic song. It works. The 2 of them worked very well together on this song. They kind of met in the middle somewhere a little bit, and I'm happy we have it. And I think we got more Sam Smith coming along the way. I know a lot of people have been waiting for that. So Unholy, Sam Smith with Kim Petras. Didn't know we needed it, but glad we have it.
Dude, I am with you. I was nervous because I am not the biggest Sam Smith fan. Because whenever Sam Smith puts out a song, I'm like, man, this song would be really good if Sam Smith wasn't the one singing it. Because he's a great songwriter and all that. And like, man, and he's got this album where he wrote like half of the songs for Mary J. Blige. And it's Mary J. Blige album. It's really good. Mm-hmm. And she used all the UK producers, and he was one of the writers. It's super good. And it made me think, man, this is what Sam Smith songs should sound like. But anyways, I was not expecting this from the moment that I hit play on this shit. I was like, what are we doing here? That song's amazing. Like, I don't know how big this song's going to be or whatever, but it's amazing. And Kim Petras is one of my favorites for sure. So I am a big fan of that. Yeah. Oh, God damn it. I love that song. All right. This song came out of nowhere for me. I guess it came out last month. Munch by Ice Spice. This song is going to be humongous. And I'm warning you right now, when you listen to this song, if you hate it, too bad. It's going to be everywhere.
It's on you.
It's going to be everywhere. This shit is like, I haven't felt this way about particularly a new rap song since Bodak Yellow came out.
Woo!
And I think this song is going to be every bit as big, and we are all going to get to learn who the hell Ice Spice is, because holy shit. The only thing is the song's 1 minute and 36 seconds long. So I wish the song was longer, and I guess the replay value is good on there, but something's going to happen with this where there's going to be some insane remix that has a bunch of big people on it. Like, and I don't, because this song's infectious, but Munch by Ice Spice. Just get ready for your song of the fall, guys. I'm letting you know right now. It's coming.
Wow.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
It's coming. So if you hate it, like I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. Like it's coming.
I can't wait. Wait. Last one for me, Two Door Cinema Club put out their album a couple of weeks ago, and it called Keep On Smiling. And that is, as cheesy as it is, that's exactly what it'll make you do, because it's fun, it's upbeat, it's kind of dancey, it's catchy, it'll get your head bobbing. A really, really good album from Two Door Cinema Club. I know they're out on the road right now as well. And so I'm going to put on Lucky, one of the songs from the album. Just, again, really well put together, kind of colorful. Not only the album artwork is colorful, but the songs kind of have that same feeling as well. So you need a little good mood boost, just nice cruising music, something to pump you up a little bit. Check out Two Door Cinema Club. The album is Keep On Smiling, and the song I'll put on this week is Lucky.
Nice. Well, the last one I'm going to put on, a dude who just completely keeps, I don't know, surprising me with how great of an artist he is. Lil Nas X, man. Star Walking. This song is so catchy and so different. And I feel like there's like 3 songs in one, and I guess it's for the League of Legends world.
Oh gosh.
Something. I have no idea. So I thought this was going to be like a throwaway, but no, this song's like crazy good. And it came out on, I think he put it out on like Thursday. And then Friday, when we were like running errands, we were like driving around a bunch of places. That song was already on the radio, like a lot. So I'm like, they're moving this one. So
Yeah.
I have a feeling a lot of things are happening with Lil Nas X like soon. And this song is just freaking fire. I love this song.
Amazing. A lot of good music this week. All right.
A lot.
Good stuff.
Yeah, man. Well, do we have a Bishop Sycamore game of the week?
Oh shit. I don't think we I forgot whose turn it was. We're gonna have to scramble quickly. There's gotta be, there was like, first of all, there was like 30 of those games last week.
Dude.
Let's be
it was Chris and I kind of touched on that a little bit, but I didn't realize how many bad games there were until Saturday. Because I thought for sure Chris was gonna pick Georgia, Kent State, which ended up being like slightly close.
By the way, it was a 45-point spread.
Yeah.
Georgia only won by 17. Georgia's defense has given up 10 points all season long, the first 3 games combined, and they gave up 22 to our Golden Flashes. Way to go, boys.
Yeah. So shouts to them. Kent State came to play. Georgia did not so much. But yeah, Chris, and so we were just like, so this game of the week shouldn't be the worst game. Sometimes it's just a game that just shouldn't be played. Chris brought that into effect last week, and I was like,
right.
You're right. Sometimes it's just a game that shouldn't be played.
Some shouldn't be played. Boy, it seems like there could be, it seems like Rutgers could be on that list each and every week. And Rutgers is at Ohio State this week. So for the sake of that, because we could literally get into Rutgers each and every week. It gets a little bit more difficult because now we're getting into conference play, right?
True.
Conference play heating up. So I'm kind of going through, looking through some of these really bad games this week. Let's see.
Oh my God. I have one. I have one.
Okay.
I have one right now. Syracuse versus Wagner.
Oh, that's it. That's the fine.
This sounds like a 4 versus 13 matchup in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah.
This is what I like. Why on earth is this a game that's happening the first weekend of October? Where you see games like West Virginia, Texas A&M, Mississippi State, like whether these teams are good or not, or mediocre or whatever, Virginia Tech, North Carolina, those games make sense. They are conference games. They are happening in October. All the BS is done. Syracuse, Wagner, October 1st. Get your popcorn ready. Bishop Sycamore game of the week. What are we doing?
And what's even more incredible, for whatever reason, that game kicks off at 5 p.m. Eastern. 5 p.m. Have you ever heard of a game kicking off at 5 p.m. for any reason?
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Wow. And just going through, I'm on ESPN going through this, and they have a link right there to tickets for every game. It takes you right to the ticket page. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're interested, tickets as low as $4 right now for Wagner at Syracuse. $4. Get yourself in the door. 5:00. Little Saturday dinner special.
Wow. When it says tickets for $4, that means just come to the stadium. You can get in.
Just yeah. You'll find your way in.
Yeah.
You'll find your way in.
You'll figure it out.
Incredible.
Wow.
That's the
Syracuse one. And Bishop Sycamore game. What are we doing? What are we doing? Dumb. My God. Well, Dan, any final thoughts on the old brunch breakdown?
Boy, oh boy, I usually have something for you here. I got nothing. I can't wait to come to LA in a couple of weeks. Now I can publicly say that. My wife knows.
Yes.
Surprised her with those that birthday gift. So we're going to My Chemical Romance. And this weekend we're off to Greenville, South Carolina. So anybody listening out there that's been to Greenville, South Carolina, hit me up at SteelCityDan22. Tell me where to go, what to do. And let's hope we don't get stuck in this hurricane. So.
Oh yeah. That's kind of, Ooh, it's kind of dangerous.
Yeah.
So actually final thoughts. Be safe out there.
Yes.
Weather's getting weird.
Yes.
Be safe out there.
For sure.
It's the Brunch Breakdown. We're out.